Here we go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I am Harlequin. I am here today with Atomica, and this is the SC Reddit Open number 13. And we have got today Wes versus Yulath. I believe Wes either took. Well, I thought Wes was fighting Chompy in the last round, but it could be that other reasons promoted him up here, but not quite sure about that just yet. But either way, we've got Yulath, who is a terrific Terran player who I've seen play in many SC Reddit Open games. Wes, on the other hand, who is a random player, and if anybody saw SC Reddit Open 10, he made it all the way to like the round of 8, I believe, just playing random, and he had some of the most phenomenal random games I had seen. He was some of the best Terran playing and some of the best Protoss, some of the best Zerg of any of the players we saw out there. So he was one of my favorites just because no one had heard of him. He had just won maybe 1 or 2 games in previous tournaments, and that was it, and suddenly he came out of nowhere and placed really, really well. So,
absolutely. Both people very, very strong players. Let's see. Yulath is... I had something to say, but I don't remember what it was. He played in a lot of costs, and he did very well in those too. And he was in the finals, I think, of some other SC Reddit Opens. So historically, he's done pretty well in this tournament.
Yep, I've definitely seen Yulath place a whole bunch. He's got pretty standard timing for both players so far. We'll see. It looks like Wes is definitely going to take this fast expansion first. He's got the drone already placed in. There it is. So he's got about a 14 hatch going on there, and we'll see. He's probably going to go for a 14 pool right after that. So once again, I pretty much always think that this is the correct move for Zerg on this map, especially against a Terran player nowadays, because proxy racks and proxy Reaper Rush and things like that are so uncommon for Terran players now that they've nerfed the heck out of it. So I think this is easily the best move for him.
Absolutely. The Reaper thing is really not coming into play on this map, as there aren't any cliffs to jump, really.
Yep. This is easily the safest. Even prior to the nerf, like you're saying, even prior to the nerf, this was the safest map for Zerg to fast expand on, so even more so now.
Yeah, drinking game is you take a drink every time a commentator talks about the enormous rush distance on Scrap Station, because it's true.
Yes, quickly, let me explain once for the 1000th time how it is a short by air map and long by land map. But late game, it is short by land map. Anyhow, blah, blah, blah. I feel like, the chances that anybody has never heard that said before approach 0 at this point in time. So there's almost no need to map analyze on maps like this. This is easily, though, my favorite 1v1 map. I just think it's pretty fair and balanced. Well, I'm biased, though, because it's Zerg. Of course, if I were a Reaper rushing Terran, I'd think it was stupid that there was no way to use Reapers on the map. But, whatever. No one uses Reapers anymore.
Yeah.
So Wes having a really nicely timed transfer of his workers here for his expansion. Just good basic practice there. You saw he didn't go for like a tiny amount. He went for a good 6 workers there, which is approximately a little less than half of his total workforce. And just keeping the drone production up. He's got 6 lings coming out now, and mostly we just see a couple of Marines here, double racks going up. Tech lab for Yulath.
Absolutely. Pretty normal stuff going down right now. Wes is doing a pretty good job. I like that he has 2 queens out right now, and he's actually pretty proactively connecting the creep between his main and his nat right now.
I like that, yeah.
Which is super fantastic and super important, because definitely that nat is kind of more far away and a little more dangerous than some other maps that we'll see. Where you do have that destructible backdoor that can happen.
Good Marine micro here. We see just a little bit of a skirmish here between these 6 Marines and the 6 lanes, and the Marines were just basically move, stopping, and just really wrecked the lanes, didn't take any casualties. One guy's at half the points.
Kiting is fun. But yeah, destructible, and then there's the steam right there that can be kind of annoying too. And there's a little bit of a choke, so you can either defend it fairly easily if you have the stuff there, or you can actually get the advantage used against you. Are we? Oh no.
Okay.
Sorry, it just froze for some reason.
No, it's all good. Okay, so we got these good spine crawler placements that I really like here. I mean, eventually he's going to want to move them down and make them a little bit more centralized, but he's able to fully surround those Marines, and all the Marines go down. So he was good job taking care of that. Again, it was just a minor threat he poked. In fact, I'm curious as to why Yulath actually went and committed that far with him, because it was unlikely that was going to do much. But, at the very least, it forced Wes to make a bunch more lings than he originally would have wanted to. But as we can see on the production now, speed is almost done. And Tier 2 is about 3/4 of the way done, or 2/3 of the way done. Gas going up, 3 gas going up, 4 gas going up, so it's very likely that Wes is looking for a quick muta build here. That's pretty much the only thing that needs gas that fast. Evo chamber going up, though, so we'll see. He's got a few options here come Tier 2.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, Wes has his creep almost touching. Is it touching?
Yep, just a little bit.
Yeah, so he can definitely pull his queens down, and he handled... Ooh, he's actually going for banelings.
Baneling, man. Let's do kind of a late game baneling thing. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, one SC read it open, and that's actually on the highlight reel. Someone, I forget who it was, just went like super mass banelings. You were there. You casted that. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's surprising how effective that can sometimes be against everything, including, you know, Thors and whatever. So it looks like for Yulath, we've got possibility of siege tanks and marines, although he might be going marines hellions. He does have the tech lab, yes, researching siege right now, so we're going to see tank marine push for sure. He's got the engineering bay up, so we'll see. Maybe he'll even throw up some proactive missile turrets, because frankly, almost anybody can expect a Zerg player to be going for mutas right now, but no, he's going for Baneling. And he's getting a second Baneling nest. I think that's a little bit of a fumble there. There's no earthly reason to ever need that. And he cancels it right there. Okay, good. It. So he realized what the hell he was doing, apparently.
Yeah.
There's the spire that we were looking for. He meant to make a spire. Of course, clicked the wrong button.
It's okay. Nervous sometimes.
And a roach den. So he's got basically everything. So he's going for he's going for Baneling, roach, muta, which is fantastic.
Triple threat.
That's one of the best anti-Terran armies you can make. I would like to see some infestors, but you know, he'll get there, I'm sure.
Yeah, all in due time. It's going up this many text trees right now, off 2 bases. It's not like a bad thing to do because you do have a substantial amount of income. It's sometimes if it's mishandled, you can get stretched really thin, and then you'll just get overrun pretty easily by very multi-purpose units like Marines. Like, yeah, just like tons and tons of Marines by Yulath. So if Wes can scout a little bit more and kind of tailor his attacks, Infestor Pit going down right now. Infestation Pit, I'm sorry. Right now he's just going Banelings, though, and he's getting the Baneling speed and Overlord speed and Overlord carrying ability.
Oh, Baneling drops.
Baneling drops.
Perhaps.
All the cool kids are doing Baneling drops now because they are super, super sexy.
I love them. I mean, you just need to have the spare APM to make it work, but it really is one of the better counters of Terran units out there, is being able to just drop Banelings on them during the fight. And it really takes care of most of the problems that you usually have engaging siege tanks and whatever. Proactive use of sensor towers here by Yulath. I really like that. I don't see as many people abuse them as I would expect, but really cool unit. Or really cool building, I suppose.
Yeah, this expansion's going to get detected and sniped. Yeah, sensor towers is definitely something that you see less and less of when you get to higher levels, just because, I don't know. They're kind of almost like cheating. It's weird. It's definitely
amazingly cheap.
Yeah, they're really cheap.
Yeah, okay, and here comes. It looks like we've got Wes moving out here with a big ball of Banelings and Lings. Meanwhile, Yulath is set up here with a single siege tank and a big ball of Marines here. I don't think he has enough Marines to take this on, even with the siege tank.
Yeah,
it's gonna flood right into that.
Ping is going in. Tank gets sniped. Oh man.
But the Marines did back up really well. Good micro on the Marines there, keeping them alive, and the Banelings just knew they had to back off from that. So we'll see if he gets a second shot. But he did take out a good amount of Marines. Yeah,
definitely. Some more Banelings being morphed right now. Oh!
And they just get away. So he's got roly-poly upgrades. We'll see if he's got anything else coming, but right now it's just Lings and Banelings at the moment.
Run, Marines, run!
Siege tanks are really wrecking those Lings. Oh, man.
Yeah, definitely. As long as he can stay back with the tanks and slowly advance upward in a safe